Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Retonic here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got second place in the Fortnite HSEL Invitational tournament. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. It's pretty insane. The commentators were awesome, so good job to them, man. It was actually awesome to watch. I had a lot of people watching, so everybody who decided to come out and support me, I really do appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the video. Hope y'all do enjoy. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh, and use code Retonic in the Fortnite item shop. Yes, sir.
Thing about competitive Fortnite is simply the fact that you take no prisoners. Everybody here is going to be as aggressive as possible, and some of these players are going to be racking up kills like nobody's business.
The build start to come through as they look to move further and further into that next circle. But now everyone is starting to move towards them. We're on board with the Retonic. 3 kills already and high pace booking it into the next circle.
Oh, yep, gonna book it into the circle. Gonna take 8 damage after falling outside of it, falling into the storm for just a bit. And Retonic, 3 eliminations, but we see they're already playing maybe a slight bit more passive than the rest of the folks we've seen so far. They're looking to survive, and they're looking to make sure maybe they can get a couple of eliminations off the back of it. But right now, it looks like they're watching their 3, 6, 9, and 12. They are constantly 360ing around, watching every angle of the clock that they can, because they really want to make it to at least the top 10 here. With 3 eliminations under their belt, that is going to be quite helpful.
Yeah, but it's slowed down a little bit. We're only at 17 players remaining, and I feel like it's been a while since we've seen the name in that top left, but we might be about to get another one. A solid 31 there onto the shield. And it comes through, looking to break through the wall. Momentary glimpse of their opponent. Now has to start tunneling down towards them as the builds come through. Tracking them down, hunting them, finds them, and that is it! The kill on the board. Retonic hits 4, and we're down to 16 players in the game.
Evil or Saturn, the one we mentioned earlier ago, clearly not the evilest, as Retonic was able to come on top of that engagement without even really using a shotgun. I think that was almost all SMG coming out of that, but I could be wrong there. And now Retonic has this entire pyramid to work with, this entire structure built between these two fighters. But as I say it, they might be pushed to the edges, as it is now just kissing the inside of that storm.
Yeah, no impetus to move just yet, but as the... Ooh, no, do you know what? I called that a little bit wrong. A little bit of impetus to move a couple of feet forward on that one. And just avoid taking a little more damage. Nice! Just beamed them down! I don't think they even knew Retonic was there. 5 kills for Retonic and up into the top 15.
Yeah, I'll say it already. Retonic, the player to watch out for. 5 kills, 15 players left. Retonic looking to put themselves in a very comfortable position. 2 mini shields left, a couple fish in the inventory, and 200 health. Something a lot of players at this point might not have. So right now, Retonic just dumping in this damage, has the Scar online as well, but the storm going to close once again. It is time for these players to get moving because they cannot sit still for much longer.
Yeah, this is where if you had control over the music, you might start playing something like the William Tell Overture just to emphasize how fast these guys have got to book it to stay relevant in this fight. Retonic sees a bit of damage coming in them from their 6, stops to take the shields out, but now because they're ahead of the ring, they can kind of control where this is, but they need to get moving because you can't afford all that much patience. Nice relocation there into the center of the ring and possibly into the center of the fight here. Sees the builds happening all around him, looking to get the high ground position. Gets it up. Get it down. Sees a lot of building. No people on site just yet. Drops down. Finds them off to the left. Now back into the storm. Retonic down to no shields and not much HP. The longer they stay in the storm, the more damage it's going to be. We're down into the fight.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Final 8 now, down into the final 7. Retonic still with 5 kills on the board here. No additional kills to the name, but still keeping themselves alive. And in this, here we are with Guap. 2 kills on board. Back over to Retonic. Still looking to build through here, and they're not going to be given a second's worth of peace here. Spots somebody down on the low ground, drops down, look to try and get underneath them as the build comes through. Sees them away in the distance, doesn't quite have the range there to take them, and now in the storm. Got to be quick about this, down to 30 HP. Retonic slides through. Somebody dies ahead of them, putting them into the top 5 here.
Yeah, Retonic made it to top 5, has 4 platforms left to build, and there goes every single one. Retonic now out of materials here, able to build a single structure, 10 health, no healing, 5 eliminations in a dream. Retonic now in the top 5, desperately trying to make this happen, but a single bullet from any item in this game will take them out of the fight. Flump here, now with 4 mini shields online, a complete medkit, a legendary shotgun, and a green AR. Things are looking fantastic for them, especially against players like Retonic and like that enemy there now. Oh, no, that was Retonic! Excuse me. That was Retonic being taken out of the fight, so it's going to be down to the final 3. Flump has 2 eliminations, 2 enemies left to get through. Winders absolutely popping off in that final combination, that final circle there. I think they started that final circle with 1 elimination.
See what the points look like on the back of the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Peace get eliminated relatively early on, but simply due to the fact they had those eliminations under their belt, they're still able to make it into that top 6 placement. Our top 4, no surprise, it's going to be Wins, Flump, Retonic, and Winders, respectively, from 4th to 1st there. And Retonic, we saw, came in, I believe, 5th place, 4th place, and they were still able to come out in 2nd due to the sheer amount of eliminations they had before they ended up falling.
It's certainly an indication that I think Retonic is going to be a player that we probably want to be following quite a lot in the next couple of rounds.
Yep.
If he can replicate that performance in even just one more round, it gives him a nice, relaxed 3rd round ready to go for the rest of the fight. So definitely keep an eye on those top 5 players as we start to move into the 2nd of our 2 games today. Big Hungry Phil and Septilance ready to go into the next game. And we've now got some names to look at, haven't we? We've got some people to track in this next game, Septilance.
Yeah, we absolutely do. At the end of that first game, and if you're just joining us, we saw that top 6 placement. Of course, in first place going to be Winders, who was the victor of that first round, coming out hot. And in second place, Retonic, able to make it to the top 4, maybe even the top 3, but I believe it was top 4. They secured 5 eliminations in the final, maybe 3 minutes of that matchup. So they really put themselves out on top. And Flunf in that 3rd place spot, they are 1 point behind Retonic right now. So it is neck and neck. Winders has a comfortable 8-point lead, but if one of these 2 players performs even in an exact way they performed in that first match, they can really secure a name for themselves. Eliminations, the Silent Slayer once again making their way into the final circle. Oh, but it's going to be the AI putting the pressure onto Retonic here. That's really going to be a struggle. I did not realize they were in this arena for it. But Retonic, it is not even a problem. Doesn't even break a sweat. Finds 2 very aggressive eliminations and picks up 2 fantastic items off the back of it. High dealing items come out very quickly. 2 peppers, plenty of mini shields, 2 eliminations. The pressure coming onto Retonic once again, and the builds just blink and you miss it. You've got a museum built in front of you.
Yeah, this is some modern art, some brutalist architecture coming up right before your very eyes, confusing geometries, MC Escher style nonsense appearing before your very eyes. And Retonic making his own additions to this particular piece of modern art, gets the edit through, and I believe just sort of quick scanning here, looking for where his opponent is before any real commitment to the fight is made. Will of course have the impulse grenade ready to go to get out if they need to. So lots of options available for Retonic, and we will see them now into the top 8. Would really like a top 5 finish here, and ideally a couple more kills on the board to move them from 2nd into 1st position. We don't have a good idea at the minute how Winders is doing just yet, however. Look to see.
Winders is dead.
Well, of course. Do you know what? It's just not on my notes that they died, so because it was so surprising and so anticlimactic. I don't need to make a note of that. I'll remember that Winders is dead, and apparently, no, I won't.
Yeah, no, honestly, it is really a difficult thing because Winders is gone, Retonic in 2nd place, Flump in 3rd. These 2 1 point apart. So these 2 both being alive is absolutely crazy. So it really comes down to which one of these players performs perhaps just a little bit better, and now Flump Extra was eliminated almost simultaneously, so things have been a phenomenal look so far. 28 players left, and TV Plays 2 eliminations already under belt here.
Yeah, this is a really dominant performance. It's amazing to me that we didn't see anything from TV Plays, and yet back on board with Retonic. Already has 1 kill on the board, and if you look at the top left, that's Lubru getting a point and a kill on the board as well here. So far, lots of action from our top 6 players. I'd like to think this is the game where we finally see them all pull up a good, consistent performance, and we get to see all 6 of them make it to that final ring, that final 5, that final 6, and make it a really tense, really energetic final fight for this end of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. These 6 players, they know if any of them can come out with a battle royale, it's a win. That is a tournament win. That is an invitational win for any of our top 6 players if they can secure a victory. We see Steam stacks being a little bit crowded here, but a lot of the players seem to be on our west side of the map. A lot of eliminations coming through, and it looks like we're in Pleasant Park there.
Yeah, I think this is one of the subtleties of playing the game versus watching the game being played, is that I think they are getting some significant audio cues here as to there being somebody fairly close by. Retonic with another kill there in the top left-hand corner, so that's going to be more of that consistency we were hoping to see from him here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely
on board with him, 2 already.
Yeah, we're going to jump back on board with Retonic here, and the pressure coming out very quickly. It's going to be 2 eliminations. They're just trying to farm those mats, and looks like they just missed a rather large build battle here.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, I do. No, okay. I did think for a second there that we saw Retonic just fairly close by to TV Plays. I wonder if that was maybe what TV Plays could hear, but it looks like this is just a fairly similar looking section of the map, unfortunately.
Yeah, these players go toe-to-toe. I mean, if we see those players, TB Plays and Retonic, go toe-to-toe, only one of them is walking out alive. They will take that tooth and nail. They will be super aggressive with that fight just to take out one of those top contenders, because if they do, that's going to help them secure a spot further on, especially if they can take out such an aggressive player early on in the fight.
Worth noting, we've now lost 17 players, nearly at the halfway mark here for the final match. So in terms of what points are available for our players here, in fact, now we have actually hit the halfway mark, 18 out of 36 players remaining, which means there's only 18 more points left on the board in terms of who can get what points. I expect most players to come away with 1 or 2. Only a handful of players are going to be coming away without 5 or 6, which means that we probably already have the players with 2 kills on board that are in that position to take that early lead. And this comes back to what we were saying right at the start here about being prepared for this final ring. What we're seeing here is that every single player here is incredibly well prepared.
Oh, it's
Juice is able to find windows.
Is that the 7th kill?
That is 7. There's a world here. If Juice can find this remaining 6 kills, he's got himself. Retonic's here! Retonic's here! Number 2. 31. That was 93 damage over onto the shield, and he started to close the distance.
There it is.
The mid build. And
best player
on the board. Best player down.
Best player, not the best today.
This is Retonic making a very deep run for the top of the leaderboard here. 3 on the board and in the top 5. This is almost definitely him climbing into at least 2nd position.
Yeah, Retonic just desperately trying to find maybe not that first, but even that 2nd place spot, trying to climb this ladder as high and as far as possible. And I think there is a world where Retonic, if they can secure a victory royale here, I think they are able to put themselves in that 1st place position. That's going to be quite difficult to do. They don't have the mats. They've got the items. They've got 1 grenade left. They've got the shields. They've got the peppers, but they need the pressure. Retonic able to dump 24 damage into the back of somebody there. I'm not quite sure who that was, but now 3 eliminations under belt. The materials are melting away. Every build Retonic makes has to be exactly what they need because they are running out of time and materials.
I believe that was Juice that was nearby there, so definitely a player to be taken out. You don't want Juice really doing too much more on this one. Now into the top 5, Retonic down on the low ground. There's a kill coming through, up against his doppelganger there,
Juice
also
again.
in a little white suit. Juice.
Lump just died!
80
No, Retonic!
Retonic's gonna go down!
It's gonna be Juice! It's gotta be Juice! Juice is on fire, 11 health left. Juice able to secure the victory royale, 11 health, 10 eliminations, and Juice just comes in and dominates the 3rd game. That could not have been a better performance.
Well, I think we're getting the scores on board. Let's see exactly how well Juice did here, because this is going to be Juice with 25, Retonic with 9. So Retonic is going to tie with Juice here, and nobody else from our existing bracket, I think, has done enough. We will have the overall standings coming up shortly, but I think this could be a tie for 1st and 2nd place.
This is going to be close.
First place.
The overall standings are going to come in right now, and Retonic 2nd place by a single point. Juice with the 10 bomb coming in the 3rd game is going to be 26 points. Juice just barely comes in, clutches out from underneath Retonic, who gave us 3 consistent games in a row. Flump in that 3rd place position. And I mean, this top 6, other than Juice, not the least bit surprising. 5 of those players we saw time and time again, but Juice comes in and I feel like steamrolls isn't even the word. Like, Juice cleans house on that 3rd game. 27% of the lobby taken out by that player alone.
You've got to really feel for Retonic here, though, because Retonic and Flump between them have just been so consistent, so persistently at the top end of performance, and then just Juice finds numbers that mathematicians haven't invented yet for how hard the aggression was in that final match, and just blows him out of the water in 1 round. Yeah. So close by 1 point. And just think, if Retonic had got that final shot in onto Juice, that would have been completely the other way around. Like, Retonic would have been climbing to the top. However, we can't take it away from Juice. That was such a strong performance in the final match, and my hat's off to him. But